I'm now happy to introduce to you Temidoyin Olusa, a member of the JD class of 2025, who was selected by his classmates to deliver remarks today. Originally from uptown Philadelphia, Temi attended Penn State University, where he graduated as a member of the Lambda Pi Eta Honor Society, with a degree in both political science and communication arts and sciences. At Penn State Dickenson Law, he was secretary of the Student Bar Association, worked in the Civil Rights Appellate Clinic, was president of the American Constitution Society, co-founder of the Labor and Employment Law Society, secretary of the Environmental Law Society, a competitor in the Alternative Dispute Resolution Team, and a 2024 Peggy Browning Fellow. After law school, he will return to Philadelphia to practice labor and employment discrimination law. Please join me in warmly welcoming Temidoyin Olusa.
Thank you, Professor. Good afternoon. Lawyers, we are, as a profession, some of the most hated people in America, and dare I say the world. There are a couple other professions who are despised a tad bit more, like CEOs, telemarketers, congressmen, or Instagram influencers. But I'd like to say we're in the top 5. And there's a valid reason for that. There are many legitimate critiques to levy at our profession. We're often obstructionists, status quo enforcers, bureaucratic as all hell, and prone to never answering the phone. There's a reason we're required to take legal ethics class, take an entirely separate legal ethics exam, and comply with requirements to continue our legal education even after we get our license. Lawyers are powerful. That hatred for lawyers, it's rooted in this power that we have. No matter where you look, many of the most influential people on the planet share this profession with us. Just as we are capable of using this power to frustrate others, we are equally capable of using it to assist others. Yes, lawyers are some of the most hated people in America, but I want to ask, is that such a bad thing? When you get down to it, don't your enemies, I'd say just as much about you as your allies? As a prosecutor, you will be hated by the gang members who seek to destroy your community. As in-house counsel, you will be hated by shrewd businessmen for simply ensuring compliance. As a labor lawyer, you will be hated by managers who commit wage theft. As a public defender, you will be hated by police officers who don't respect your Fifth Amendment rights. As a divorce attorney, you might get hated by vindictive and abusive spouses. I know it's cliche to say this, but with great power comes great responsibility. And with that in mind, I will not, and I cannot mince words. A great evil is brewing within our nation. Innocent students are having their visas revoked for offenses as simple as parking tickets. Our educational institutions are being threatened with financial ruin for daring to embrace diversity. The highest courts in the land are being openly and brazenly defied. Both Black and Japanese veterans, including war heroes who received the Medal of Honor, have been deleted and scrubbed from government websites. Media institutions are being threatened with having their broadcasting licenses taken away. Armed government agents in plain clothes are kidnapping immigrants and sending them to foreign camps with no trial. White-collar criminals who've stolen millions from the American people are being pardoned en masse. What we're dealing with is not business as usual. This is not normal, and you should never accept that as normal. There's an unprecedented breakdown in the rule of law, and we as lawyers, officers of the court, with that great responsibility, have a unique and special duty in times like these. It may scare you to hear this, and you may even reject this, But we simply don't have the luxury to ignore this, especially not when we just witnessed some of the biggest law firms in the country, the most powerful ones, publicly surrender and capitulate to our government leaders, openly extorting them. I've talked to so many of you, and I know for a fact you have aspirations and goals far beyond the six-figure salary. If it was just about money and nothing else, you could have chosen any number of careers with less stress, less responsibility, and far less debt. In trying times such as these, try to use your power and influence for some good. You can't always do it, but you can do it sometimes. If that means refusing a certain case, making a donation, writing a strongly worded letter, keeping your peers accountable, taking a case on pro bono, or simply making a social media post, you should do it. When we all retire in 50 years and we have to confront the world we played a role in shaping, I don't want any of us to look back on it with regret. I want to tell my grandchildren I did something when I saw evil in the world. And I may not be an activist. I may have not died for a cause, and realistically, I'm a lawyer. I probably contributed to some bad sometimes. But what I refuse to do is tell those grandchildren I stood by, did nothing, said nothing, and just watched. Once again, with great power comes great responsibility. You spent years of your life working towards this. Don't you ever settle? Don't you ever cower? Because right now, the legal profession needs competent individuals with morals and convictions more than it ever has. And you need to be one of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Temi, for those really truly powerful remarks and for your many, many contributions to the school. I'd also like to take a moment to present Temi as the recipient of the 2025 Dickenson Law Vision and Leadership Award. This award recognizes a student who advances the vision of the dean, engages current and prospective students in the life and culture of the law school, fosters a sense of community and support, and contributes to the learning and growth of students and in and out of the classroom. So congratulations, Temi, on this achievement.